On August 3rd, we're going to see one of the best pound for pound fighters in boxing, Terence Crawford, get back in the ring against Israil Madrimov. And despite Crawford actually being the challenger in this fight, not many people are familiar with Madrimov. Some people even assumed he was a nobody or a cherry pick at first. So if we want to know just how good Madrimov is, and if he actually has a chance of beating Crawford, we're going to have to start at the beginning. Born on February 16th, 1995 in Uzbekistan, Madrimov has always been an exceptional boxer, winning gold medals at the 2017 Asian Championship and 2018 Asian Games, while also obtaining an outstanding amateur record of 350 wins and only 20 losses. With the accomplishments of his amateur career, he was already fighting higher levels of competition earlier on than most prospects. In only his 8th fight, he was already a number 2 ranked champion contender, fighting a 35-2 number 1 ranked Michel Soro, in a fight that would end up being pretty controversial. This was a somewhat stagnant fight between Madrimov and Soro, until the 9th round where Madrimov caught Soro with a right hook as he was ducking. Madrimov then followed up with a straight right and a flurry of punches on the ropes, which led to a stoppage. But as the flurry happened, the ref didn't hear the bell that signaled the end of the round. So technically the round should have been over, but the ref called a TKO in between the 9th and 10th round. This controversy boiled over to a rematch, which saw Madrimov impressively fight at a much quicker pace and easily take the 2 opening rounds. But disappointingly, an accidental head clash left Soro with a bad cut that didn't allow him to continue. And since the fight hadn't gone past 4 rounds, by rule the fight resulted as a no decision. But in those 2 fights, it was clear to see that Madrimov was the better fighter, and soon Madrimov's contender status finally earned him a shot at the vacant WBA super welterweight belt against 25-0 Magomed Kurbanov. On the paper, it looked to be a good matchup, but Madrimov blew him out of the water, controlling the fight with his jab and poking through the holes of his defense. With a low lead hand from the Philly shell, Madrimov found a home for the overhand right, landing several throughout the fight. But soon at the end of round 5, he stunned Kurbanov with another right, leaving him too hurt to fight back, and forcing the ref to stop the contest, making Madrimov the WBA 154-pound champion. One of the strongest skills in Madrimov's bag is his footwork, pivoting to give himself the superior angle and stepping around the lead foot of his opponent. It's Lomachenko-esque as he smoothly steps around to utilize a better angle, even from the southpaw stance. If you pay attention to his footwork, you see that he's always moving in the right direction, and that's simply away from your opponent's power hand. And as simple as it is, when I made a video on Gervonta Davis vs Frank Martin, I was shocked at how often Martin was moving the wrong way, as he actually made the fight easier for Tank and walked into his left hand. So we see that Madrimov was very fundamental and always balanced. But another aspect of his style I want to point out is his precise offense. He doesn't throw punches just to throw them. Everything that he does has purpose behind it. His offense will be centered around his opponent's defense. Against Soro's high guard, you can see him split the guard with a jab. But as you can see, the jab isn't aimed for Soro's chin. It's a rangefinder that allows him to land his power hand. And again, we see the jab actually go past Soro's head, as he's not actually trying to land the jab, but use it to break Soro's defense. And we also see him use it as a touching jab that he uses in an unpredictable rhythm. Against Kurbanov, a fighter with a Philly shell type defense, there's an opening with a low lead hand. Madrimov started the fight throwing many jabs to the body to keep Kurbanov's attention downstairs. As the fight went on, he followed up with right hands over the top that led to a TKO stoppage. Israil Madrimov is pretty versatile, having the ability to fight off the back foot or close up with either stance. With excellent footwork and high ring IQ, he's been able to steamroll simple fighters. But this Saturday, he will have to go up against the most versatile and complex fighter in boxing. Let's see if he's able to surprise people.